Copenhagen is a big part of it. He's our special guest on the news report.
The most watched station in the CSRA, News Channel 6. Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys.
We'll have another nice day tomorrow with warm temperatures in the upper 80s, but I am tracking the wedge. That means cooler, cloudy, and rainy conditions throughout the middle of the week. I'll have all those details, plus a look at how cool those temperatures will get coming up. Right now on News Channel 6 at 6, a tough race leads to a new Ironman. We take you to this morning's competition and hear how the winner met with challenges. Plus, Jimmy Carter and his wife outside. We tell you about the former president's first public appearance since going into hospice. And how you can catch a local play that stems from a popular kids movie. Your News at 6 starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, I'm Renetta Dubose. Thank you for joining us here on News Channel 6 at 6. Coverage you can count on begins with the Aiken County Coroner's Office investigating a two-car crash that killed a Trenton, South Carolina man. Authorities say the crash happened September 13th around 8:50 p.m. on Wagner Road at Hatchaway Bridge Road. 87-year-old Michael Moran attempted to make a left turn onto Wagner Road and was hit by an oncoming car. Moran was taken to Wellstar MCG for his injuries. He died there yesterday. Richmond County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a missing teenager. 17-year-old Jalen Bailey was last seen on September 11th on Madison Lane in Augusta. Authorities believe Bailey was picked up by an unknown individual and has not been seen or heard from since. If anyone has any information on the location of Bailey, please contact the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. Meteorologist Jennifer Trachy joining us now with a look at your forecast. And Jenna, it was a beautiful day today. Yes, it was beautiful all weekend long. Yesterday was the first day of fall, and it was really feeling like it with the slightly cooler temperatures. A little bit of a breeze yesterday as well. That was due to Tropical Storm Ophelia, which luckily stayed to our northeast, meaning we were on the west side of the storm. And that means nice impacts for us. So we had really nice conditions all weekend long, similar to what we're still seeing now on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam outside the station. Gorgeous blue skies, and it was a pretty warm day. Actually matched our average high exactly at 86 degrees. No rainfall today for anyone in the CSRA, and we're still in those mid 80s. 84 now here in town, 85 in Thompson, 87 in Louisville, 86 in Swainsboro. So those mid 80s for everyone right now, pretty consistent with all of us, at least a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. So we are dealing with a warming trend, and your Monday will be pretty warm as well, possibly even a couple degrees above average for a change. The good news is that even though it's warmer outside, it's still feeling like that fall air is here due to dew points being in the low to mid 50s. So we no longer have any high humidity to work with, and still a bit of a breeze coming in from the west. 8-mile-per-hour winds in Augusta and Aiken, 7 in Waynesboro and Millen, 6 over towards the east in Barnwell with clear skies for everyone. Only a few puffy cumulus clouds around today. We have a very weak frontal boundary across the area. This will be no concern for tomorrow, but I will be watching a backdoor cold front form, which will cause a wedge setup. And you may know about the wedge. That means when we have that north wind coming in, bringing some showers, some cooler air, and the cloudy conditions throughout an extended period of time. And that will be Tuesday and Wednesday, 40% chance of rain on Wednesday with temperatures falling into those upper 70s. So a nice and warm day tomorrow. The changes occur throughout the middle of the week. Cloudy with showers, but then we'll have a cool down as well into the upper 70s, which will actually feel really nice. So coming up, I'll have all the details on that, but back to you, Renetta. Jenna, thanks. In Richmond County, thousands of people spent the day cheering on their loved ones competing in the 2023 Ironman Triathlon. Bria Smith spoke to competitors and supporters about what it takes to make it to the very end.
A race to the finish line is not all that these multifaceted athletes train for. Some athletes' purpose is bigger.
She just suffered a tragedy, and she's running on behalf of a young man that she worked with that was killed in a bike accident on Friday.
Avery is no new kid on the block when it comes to competing in triathlons. Her family tells me preparation is always key to a successful finish.
She's been training like a beast for a year, so it's daily for her.
And similar to Avery's drive, the newly crowned Ironman 2023, Mika Newt says the challenges in preparation are a sign to keep going.
This year there was quite some ups and downs, so it's nice to see that I can overcome this because I guess that's just part of the job, those setbacks. It's not about, or it's about how you can come back from setbacks.
Your champion, Mika Newt.
Despite Newt's adversities during preparation for the last several months, he finished his 70.3-mile swim, bike, and run competitions in under 4 hours.
A broken neck, COVID, stomach bacterium, so yeah, just one setback after another. I was pretty close to calling it a season already, actually. Now I'm just so happy to finish it on a high note.
And sometimes preparation is a family affair.
He wakes up really early and works out before work, and then a lot of times he'll even do his training after bedtime, and so he can still see, the kids as much as he can, but he spends a ton of time training, and so this is a huge accomplishment. It's quite a feat.
People I spoke with say in order to finish, you have to first start and then keep going. In Augusta, Bria Smith, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Bria, thanks for that report. A Spartanburg author who spent 30 years teaching English in high school and college has a new book, and she used her knowledge of homeless students living in motels as the inspiration to write it. It's called The Girl from the Red Rose Motel. It revolves around two high school students from vastly different backgrounds who fall in love and attempt to navigate challenges and complications readers might never imagine. Susan Zurenda will be discussing her novel and signing her books Tuesday at 6 at the Book Tavern on Broad Street in downtown Augusta. Zurenda's debut Southern novel was the award-winning Bells for Eli, which came out in 2021 at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. The Augusta Junior players gear up for audiences to just keep swimming to the theater for their next show, Finding Nemo Jr. Members of the cast are excited to show off all of their hard work. They tell News Channel 6 they want to bring the iconic film to life.
This cast has been amazing. I've been constantly bragging on them. We take breaks and water breaks, but the kids aren't in the corner on a break. They're practicing their choreography, they're practicing their songs, they're looking over their script. So they have such a passion for theater and such a passion for the story, and it's really amazing to watch every night.
Finding Nemo Jr. runs from September 29th and 30th from 7:30 p.m. and at 4 p.m. on October 1st at the Kroc Center. Former U.S. President Jimmy Carter and his wife made a rare public appearance at the annual Plains Peanut Festival yesterday. In this video, the couple is seen riding through Carter's hometown in a black SUV as spectators wave and cheer. The Carter Center, a nonprofit founded by Carter in 1982, reshared the video on X, saying, "Beautiful day for President and Mrs. Carter to enjoy a ride through the Plains Peanut Festival. And just a week before he turns 99, we're betting peanut butter ice cream is on the menu for lunch." It was the first public appearance for the former president since going into hospice care 7 months ago. Carter's birthday is October 1st. Coming up, a warm start to the fall. We'll have more on that when Jenna comes back for your full forecast.
The WJBF D's. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Well, we've had beautiful weather all weekend long. We've had sunshine today and yesterday, just some breezy conditions. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over the river. Not a cloud in sight, and we're sitting in the mid-80s. But here's the key, feeling like only 82. Actually cooler than the air temperature due to a dew point of 56. So we have a lot of dry air in place, no more high humidity. And also that southwest breeze of 8 miles per hour, making it feel a bit cooler as well. So we're in the mid 80s overall, plenty of sunshine, consistent temperatures for everyone in the CSRA, and our dew points all in those mid to upper 50s. So we have plenty of dry air around, and that will be the case at least for tomorrow as well. Clear skies will continue for the most part on Monday. We have a very weak front across our area. Notice this low pressure system up in the northeast. That's the remnants of Ophelia still impacting, say, anywhere from New York, New Jersey, into New England. That's where there's still a gale watch and small craft advisory down through Virginia. But notice for our beaches, looking good now. We are done with all the active weather that they dealt with over the weekend, and we are now watching some new possible tropical activity. We have one area, potential low pressure development off the coast of Cuba here, 10% chance of that into the Gulf of Mexico. No major concerns in the near future for the United States, though. Notice the other two systems well off the coast of the Atlantic. We have Tropical Storm Philippe, and that is expected to stay out to sea and then eventually weaken. And we have another potential area development. So we'll keep a close eye on it, but no concerns here in town anytime soon. Our main weather maker this week will be the wedge. That's when we have high pressure setting up overhead, driving in a northeast wind of cooler air. But we also have that southerly flow of moisture. So we're going to have the 70s in exchange. So it's going to be cooler than normal by almost 10 degrees, and that's going to also come with a chance of rain, 30% chance on Tuesday, going up to 40% for your Wednesday, so expect some pretty overcast days. In the meantime, though, we will still be in the 80s on Monday and Tuesday, then we'll fall into those upper 70s through Friday, and even into the weekend, still a little bit cooler, only topping off around 80 degrees. But for your Monday, looking good, mostly clear throughout the day. 88 possibly by the 2 o'clock hour. Notice on our feature cast, there's that weak front coming through and then eventually just falling apart with clouds and rain out to our west. And then we'll start to see the clouds build up on Tuesday. Throughout the day, pretty cloudy with the rain starting to our south, starting to move in Tuesday night. There's 10 o'clock. And then Wednesday especially will be a pretty rainy day. And some of those showers continuing into our Thursday. But our lows tonight will be in the upper 50s. We'll keep it mostly clear. Partly cloudy tomorrow. Temperatures right around average or a degree or two higher. 87 in Augusta. Average high is 86. We'll be down to 84 on Tuesday. Pretty cloudy at that point, keeping the clouds and rain chances around through Thursday. Then we'll be drying out over the weekend. We'll have another beautiful one. So looking forward to that once again.
We are looking forward to this fall.
Yes, it's been really fall-like so far, but we are a little bit warmer, but at least we have the dry air in place.
That's right. Thanks, Jenna. Coming up, the latest on NASA's largest samples ever collected from an asteroid. We have those details when we come back.
Children first on W.
Pieces of the asteroid Bennu now here on Earth after the successful OSIRIS-REx mission. Scientists hoping that asteroid will give them some answers about the beginnings of life on Earth. Here's Morgan Norwood.
Mission complete. OSIRIS-REx from the edge of space, 63,000 miles away, releasing a capsule containing some precious cargo, a piece of an asteroid 4.5 billion years old. 4 hours later, that capsule, the size of a car tire, landing in the Dugway Proving Grounds in Utah. Recovery teams, in a carefully rehearsed effort, bagged the capsule quickly to lower the risk of contamination, then delivering it to a hangar on the military base where it will be flown to the Johnson Space Center in Houston on Monday for further study.
We'll be able to start evaluating those samples and providing them to the scientific community.
The 7-year-long mission, which cost over $1 billion, captured samples of the asteroid Bennu, which scientists hope will help them understand the origins of life on Earth.
Bringing these samples back here on Earth gives us so much more capability to analyze them and truly understand, hopefully, the origins of our solar system.
Studying asteroids is critical for scientists around the world, in part for the fear that one could collide with our planet. NASA scientists predict a slim 1 in 2,700 chance that the asteroid Bennu, said to be as big as the Empire State Building, could strike Earth far, far into the future in the year 2182.
There's something like 30,000 asteroids that we know of just in the near-Earth environment. And while none of them have a target on the Earth yet, someday we probably will. So let's get to know these things as best as we can.
OSIRIS-REx is now headed back into space for its next mission, retrieving a sample from another asteroid, Apophis. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
After an accident, there's never a fee until we win. That's the strong arm.
Child trafficking in the CSRA.
Traffickers and Johns have more access to children right now.
News Channel 6's Barclay Bishop finds out what's being done to catch child sex traffickers and put them behind bars for good.
These people are very, very smart. They're very good at what they do. If people who exploit children are going to be organized in the way that they go about things, we have to be better organized.
Hidden in plain sight, Tuesday on Good Morning Augusta. Better headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys. The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
It was another very exciting week of football as the Atlanta Falcons hit the road to take on the Detroit Lions. Week 3 of the NFL saw both of our local teams hitting the road. The Falcons suffered their first loss of the season in Detroit, 20-6. And the Panthers are currently still fighting in Seattle as they take on the Seahawks. That game is currently in the third quarter. The Seahawks are leading 15-3. And I'll have highlights from both of those very fun matchups tonight on News Channel 6 at 11. Meanwhile, in the MLB, the Braves game was canceled last night due to inclement weather, which meant a doubleheader today. Game 1, top of the second, no score. Kevin Pillar with the sac fly to score Sean Murphy, and the Braves are on the board first. Then there was a little bit of a drought for Atlanta as their bats went cold until the 9th, but down 3-1, Sean Murphy stepped to the plate and sent a solo homer to left center, breaking his bat in the process. An incredible shot off of Finnegan's fastball, but it wouldn't be enough as Washington ekes out the victory 3-2. So with that, the Braves will now play Game 2 of their doubleheader, which starts at 6:30. I'll have highlights for that tonight at 11. The Augusta Boathouse, located on the Savannah River, is the home base for the Augusta Rowing Club. And earlier this week, I got a chance to stop by, meet some incredible people at the boathouse, and even head out onto the water to see why this amazing sport is growing in popularity and to hear from some of the club's members.
Rowing is a sport for all ages. Once you get to be about 12 to 14 and you get big enough to be able to handle it and carry your part of the boat, you can row for a lifetime. I have rowers here that are age 12 and I have rowers here that are in their mid-70s.
The Augusta Rowing Club attracts people of all ages, but head coach Chris Moore told me he loves seeing families come row together.
I think in that regard, one of the best things that I've seen is we would have juniors that would start rowing and their parents would have no idea what rowing was about either. So they would come down to the first meeting, we would do the little intro, show them the video, explain what the sport was about, do the boathouse tour. And the kids would row a couple of seasons, and then the parents would get involved. So both parents would get involved, one parent would get involved, and it would sort of become more of a family thing than just the kids being involved.
Rowing is an incredible form of working out, but it's also a great place to make friends and build community.
I have been rowing for about 2 years and maybe a month or two. I love rowing because of the community, the drive that you have to have. I've been a part of other sports like gymnastics and volleyball, and I haven't had as much team spirit as I've had in rowing. We're just like a huge family here, and I just love rowing, going out on the water, just being out every day, even though today was a little bit choppy. So it was just really, really nice.
For more information, you can look up the Augusta Rowing Club online or on their social medias, and also check out WJBF.com, or you could visit Coach Chris.
So if you're interested in trying it out, feel free to come down anytime. You can ride the launch with me a couple of times, see if you like it, and we can work you into the boat.
Here at Thanks coming up, how the R&B singer Usher will have us falling in love again. We'll have that story after the break.
Let's embrace togetherness as we age safely. Adults 60 and older, we're Savannah Council of Governments. Tired of what you see at all those other stores?
Come see Weinberger's Furniture's new accessories. Check out the selection that changes daily.
See our huge rug department. Buy a beautiful rug, and if it doesn't work, just bring it back.
Can't decide what you need? We have stress-free in-home design. Our experts help you create customized spaces you'll love, right in your own home.
Can you really get all this at prices better than the internet?
Yes, you can.
I'm Mike Costello. So many.
R&B singer Usher has a new confession. Next year, he will headline the Apple Music Big Game halftime show in Las Vegas. The NFL, Apple Music, and Rock Nation announced earlier today that Usher will take the midfield stage at Allegiant Stadium on February 11th. Usher said in a statement, "It's an honor of a lifetime to finally check a Super Bowl performance off my bucket list." The 44-year-old singer is currently headlining his Usher My Way in Las Vegas.
That's
Right.
gonna be a good show.
Yes,
That's gonna be
yes.
fun.
Go and get that money.
You know, I kind of forgot about Usher though. Do you guys still listen to Usher like on the regular?
Yeah, he just dropped a new single. Like,
Yeah.
back in March.
I am like out of the Usher loop. We need to get you back in. Get back in. I mean, I used to love Usher when I was like 11, 12, like a little kid.
I'll get with that new Usher for sure.
Yeah, I need to get on the new Usher train.
Okay,
And get ready for the halftime show because it is going to be good, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Well, for our forecast this week, we have beautiful weather and it will still be pretty nice on Monday. Just a few more clouds, still pretty warm, near average temperatures at 87 degrees. Getting a bit cooler throughout the middle of the week. We'll be at 84 on Tuesday, a few showers and very overcast skies through Thursday. 78 as your high on Wednesday, 77 on Thursday, so it will be cooler, rainy and cloudy. We'll warm up a bit over the weekend with sunshine back, so it's another beautiful weekend in store for us once we get through the rain and clouds.
All right. And in true Usher form, it's almost 7 o'clock on the dot.
Yup.
We'll be back tonight at 11. Crack me up.
We had a beautiful weekend, and tomorrow looks great as well, but we will have some big changes to the forecast starting on Tuesday. We'll have a wedge set up. That means it will be cloudy, rainy, and much cooler. I'll have all the details on your forecast coming up.
Right now on News Channel 6, we now join meteorologist Jenna Petracci for a quick look at the forecast. Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Renetta. It was a beautiful weekend, a little bit breezy at times, but nice and warm with plenty of sunshine. Here's a live look now at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Aiken. It's a clear night. Our temperatures will be cool once again, but we are getting a little bit warmer with both our high and low temperatures. Notice today's high temperature was right on track with average, so after being in those upper 70s and low 80s throughout last week and over the weekend, the start of the weekend, that is, we did get a bit warmer today, so we made it to 86 degrees. It was a chilly start to the day, though. 56 degrees earlier today and no rain recorded here in the CSRA. So right now we're seeing those low to upper 60s, 63 in Augusta, Allendale at 64, 67 in McCormick, 63 in Sylvania, Wrightsville, you're at 66 and 67 as well in Lincolnton. Our dew points are anywhere from the upper 50s through low 60s, so we have a good amount of dry air around. We've been done with those dew points in the 70s for a few days now, and that'll be the case going into this week as well. So no major humidity to worry about, and definitely no major heat. We're actually going to see some even cooler temperatures soon. A little breezy in some spots, but overall those winds are settling down with mostly clear skies, but we are seeing some high-level clouds track in from the west, so some of that moving in tonight, but overall a mostly sunny day in store for us tomorrow. Just a weak system over us, not really bringing us any impacts, but we will see some changes to the forecast starting on Tuesday. So notice nothing different for tomorrow, but then becoming overcast Tuesday and Wednesday with a 40% chance of rain. Still in those mid-80s on Tuesday, but then our highs will drop into the upper 70s on Wednesday. So we do have some pretty significant changes. It will be much cooler, more cloudy with a decent amount of showers and a few thunderstorms with that cool down, which will stick around all the way through next weekend. So coming up, I'll have a look at your full forecast, so stay with us, but back to you, Renetta.
All right, Jenna, thanks. The Aiken County Coroner's there, a wonderful story about Leon. Thank you, Carlton. Coming up, what weather to expect for the first week of fall. We'll join Jenna for a look at your forecast after the break.
Child trafficking in the CSRA.
Traffickers and Jones have more access to children right now.
News Channel 6's Barclay Bishop finds out what's being done to catch child sex traffickers and put them behind bars for good.
These people are very, very smart. They're very good at what they do. If people who exploit children are going to be organized in the way that they go about things, we have to be better organized.
hidden in plain sight. Tuesday on Good Morning Augusta.
Did we just get hustled? There's no way they were. Guess which bed's right for you? Yes, you.
That's right, that's the problem. Your body's unique like you.
That's why Weinberger's offers Bed Match. You come into our store, lay down on a patented diagnostic bed that determines the best luxury king-down mattress for your body.
Not just for anybody, for your body.
Can you take the guesswork out of buying a mattress at Weinberger's?
Yes, you can.
It's time to celebrate. .com, Facebook, or Instagram.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Sunday evening. I hope you had an awesome weekend and enjoyed the sunshine. It was very comfortable all weekend long with just a bit of a breeze. Overall, really no impacts from Ophelia, which made landfall in North Carolina. Just that wind we saw was the only impacts we had, so we'll take it. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam outside the station now looking good. It's dry, it's clear. We're at a temperature of 63 degrees. Our winds are calm at this time with the dew point also in the low 60s. So a little bit more moisture moving in, but nothing too significant. We're going to have some really nice, comfortable temperatures headed our way this week as well. So right now we're in those low to mid 60s, pretty consistent for everyone. 63 in Augusta, 66 in Aiken. Notice some high level clouds moving in from the west, but overall mostly clear conditions tonight with a very weak front draped across our area. That's not bringing any rain, and also no activity from the tropics. So Ophelia is just some remnants now up in the northeast. We also have an area of possible development now down in the Gulf of Mexico, though the chance of that is very low. Also a 70% chance for this wave off the coast of Africa. We'll have to watch that one. And we have tropical storm Philippe. Now that will not be impacting land. That'll be staying out in the Atlantic just like the last few systems have done. So that's good news. What's happening here in town is a wedge setup. A lot of us are familiar with that. That's when we have high pressure overhead. That drives a northeast wind in, bringing the cooler air. Also accompanied by southerly flow, bringing in some moisture. So that causes some cloudiness along with some rain. So giving it a 40% chance of rain Tuesday and Wednesday, 30% on Thursday. And let's see how cool we're going to get. So we'll be at 87 tomorrow, a 10-degree drop off to 77 on Thursday. So definitely nothing chilly, but upper 70s is still around 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. But for tomorrow, upper 50s to start, mostly clear throughout the day, making it into those mid to upper 80s, so right around average. Our futurecast showing that weak front through us. This will eventually come back through as a backdoor cold front, though, bringing in that northerly wind behind it. And then notice by Tuesday afternoon, becoming pretty overcast with those scattered showers and some heavier storms to our south. So we can't rule out the possibility of some storms, though they will be weak for both Tuesday, Wednesday, and even into Thursday. Upper 50s for most of us tonight. Highs tomorrow in the mid to upper 80s. A nice day. Enjoy the sunshine once again. It will be pretty overcast with the rain Tuesday through Thursday, but just by Friday, we'll be right back to some nice weather. 79 degrees, partly cloudy, and mostly sunny once again over the weekend.
All right. Thanks so much, Jenna. Of course. All right. Coming up, an end to a 5-month-long strike. We have those details when we come back.
Sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
Breaking news, it appears the Writers Guild strike against Hollywood studios is coming to an end. The strike has been going on for nearly 5 months, but negotiations picked up in the last few days. Here's Andrew Denberg with those details.
The announcement coming on Sunday. The Writers Guild has reached an agreement with the studios to end the nearly 5-month strike. More than 11,000 Hollywood writers have been picketing the studios since May 2nd. But now, after several days of intense negotiations, the WGA emailing members Sunday night saying they have reached a tentative agreement with the studios. According to multiple media reports, the offer made Saturday suggested the studios had taken steps to meet some of the union's demands: minimum staffing, residuals, and artificial intelligence and data transparency, though the exact details of the deal have not been released. Hollywood productions have been at a standstill for months, with both the WGA and SAG-AFTRA, which represents 160,000 actors, on strike, both unions with similar demands.
I think it's really truly coming from a real need, a desperation for things to change, and also pointing out some of the unfairness that is out there.
The two strikes have been drawn out and costly, with the ripple effects being felt across businesses that support the film and television industry. This deal means viewers will likely see the quick return of late-night and daytime talk shows, but without Hollywood's biggest stars until the actors' strike is resolved.
Even if we get a contract, I myself will be coming to the picket lines and supporting SAG-AFTRA for their fair deal. They deserve everything and more.
The agreement now has to be ratified by the Writers Guild's 11,000 members. Andrew Dimber, ABC News, New York.
Coming up, it was a week in the NFL, and the Falcons and Panthers both hit the road. Kira's next with sports.
Big wreck? Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
It was another very exciting week of football as the Atlanta Falcons hit the road to take on the Detroit Lions. Week 3 saw Atlanta hitting the road, and it was a rough start for the Falcons, but a little later on in the third quarter, Atlanta trailing by 10. Goff drops back, throws it over the middle, and it's picked off by Jesse Bates. That's Bates' third interception of the season as the Falcons take possession in striking distance. Then their ensuing set of downs, 4th and 5 for Atlanta. Desmond Ridder drops back and looks for Drake London, but it sails high over his head, incomplete. And that was pretty much the theme of the day for Atlanta as the Lions win it handily, 20-6 at home. Meanwhile, over in Seattle, Carolina quarterback Bryce Young is still out with an ankle injury. There's Andy Dalton at the helm. 3rd and 10 in the second. Dalton finds DJ Chark, who evades his defender for the big touchdown as the Panthers take the lead 10-9. Then a little later on in the third, Dalton finds Thielen, who would come down just short of the goal line, but that'll make it a 2-point ball game, 22-20. It was a battle until the very end, but ultimately Seattle sealed the victory at home, 37-27. Over in the MLB, the Atlanta Braves played a doubleheader against the Nationals on Sunday due to their game being canceled on Saturday. Despite losing 3-2 in Game 1, the Braves managed to rally back for an 8-5 win in Game 2 as they managed to take the series from the Nationals 3-1. The Braves will now look ahead to their next series against the Cubs, which will begin on Tuesday. The Augusta Boathouse, located on the Savannah River, is home base for the Augusta Rowing Club, and earlier this week I got a chance to stop by the boathouse, meet some very cool people, and even head out onto the water to see why this amazing sport is growing in popularity and to hear from some of the club's members.
Rowing is a sport for all ages. Once you get to be about 12 to 14 and you get big enough to be able to handle it and carry your part of the boat, you can row for a lifetime. I have rowers here that are age 12 and I have rowers here that are in their mid-70s.
The Augusta Rowing Club attracts people of all ages, but head coach Chris Moore told me he loves seeing families come row together.
I think in that regard, one of the best things that I've seen is we would have juniors that would start rowing, and their parents would have no idea what rowing was about either. So they would come down to the first meeting, we would do the little intro, show them the video, explain what the sport was about, do the boathouse tour, and the kids would row a couple of seasons, and then the parents would get involved. So both parents would get involved, one parent would get involved, and it would sort of become more of a family thing than just the kids being involved.
Rowing is an incredible form of working out, but it's also a great place to make friends and build community.
I have been rowing for about 2 years and maybe a month or two. I love rowing because of the community, the drive that you have to have. I've been a part of other sports like gymnastics and volleyball, and I haven't had as much team spirit as I've had in rowing. We're just like a huge family here, and I just love rowing, going out on the water, just being out every day, even though today was a little bit choppy. So It was just really, really nice.
For more information, you can look up the Augusta Rowing Club online or on their social medias, and also check out WJBF.com. Or you could visit Coach Chris.
So if you're interested in trying it out, feel free to come down anytime. You can ride the launch with me a couple of times, see if you like it, and we can work you into the boat.
Here with thanks, coming up, a pair of earrings that also play music. We have those details up next.
It's Hamrick's
In the age of true wireless earbuds, one company has gone even further to make sure you don't lose those little speakers. Nova H1 has released audio earrings. They look like a pair of pearl earrings, allowing them to blend into your outfit like everyday jewelry. The pearls serve as speakers like earbuds, so you simply put them on and connect to your device. The earring comes in silver or gold in either a clip-on version or a stud version.
Does the music play out loud, or is it in your ear? Because that looks like everyone would be able
so
to
you can hear it.
hear your music.
Yeah, this is a great idea. It's one that I wish I came up with.
It's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Crazy.
I like it.
Pearl, perfect.
I
Yeah, it's
definitely
genius.
wouldn't lose them the way that I lose my AirPods. That
Yeah.
is for sure.
But they are clip-ins, right? They're
Yeah,
not.
they have a clip
Or
version.
studs. So,
Clip-in or stud version.
okay, because that would be the best.
Yeah.
If your ears actually pierced, then
Yes.
it most likely would stay in.
It's
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't lose them. Very
Wow. I already have the problem though where sometimes I can't tell, like if people have their AirPods on, you know, and like I'm talking to them, that would make it even harder. So
Absolutely.
So sorry, I couldn't hear you. It's my earrings.
Yeah, it's my earrings. That would confuse me. Well, for our 10-day forecast, it's going to be mostly sunny again tomorrow. A beautiful day, nice and warm at 87 degrees. Our low temperature tonight is 58, but then we'll be back into the low 60s over the next few days, becoming more cloudy with around a 30 to 40% chance of rain Tuesday through Thursday. Back to dry conditions Friday and plenty of sunshine over the weekend. We'll see below average temperatures all week long with the exception of tomorrow. So lots of upper 70s and low 80s this week.
So do you put your earrings on a charger?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question.
I guess so.
In 2 years, do they just completely die?
I don't know. I'd like to see that.
All right, thanks for joining us.